Uh, Apparently, Disney Plus, which is the network that is celebrating Pride, it is on their app. Parents are not
Oh,
super pumped about that because, of course, Disney Plus is aimed at children.
yep.
It's so somebody who worked on Andor, who is Tony Gilroy. He maybe accidentally released this. He revealed that the Star Wars series cost a whopping $650 million for just 2 seasons,
Oh,
and then Disney told him that streaming is dead and there is no money. Despite the massive budget, Gilroy says that the shows were made without interference. But the reality behind the scenes was just how broke Disney Plus really is, which we also know includes Marvel. Well, first of all, who okayed a budget that big for a TV show?
I know,
Um,
that's
that's your
madness.
that's your first. I mean, that's your first problem.
Yeah, and Disney's also just ran Star Wars to the ground in general. It was
Oh, I
just
know. Star
reported
Wars fatigue
today.
is real.
It is. Fortnite had its lowest
Ah, great point.
viewership or its
Yep.
lowest player base just recently while in the middle of a Star Wars collaboration.
Yep.
So I mean, that's already telling as it is. People do have a lot of Star Wars fatigue after what Disney has done to ruin it. And that collaboration with Fortnite resulted in their lowest player
Did you do a
base.
video on that today? Because I was
I
like,
didn't, but I
I
should.
saw that same headline. I was like, man, not even Fortnite can save it. Here's his
Yeah.
exact quote. I mean, for Disney, this is $650 million for 24 episodes. I never took a single note, meaning Star Wars never said, hey, do this, do that. We said F the Empire in the first season, and they said, hey, can you please not do that? I assume they cursed. In
Mm.
season two, they said, streaming is dead. We don't have any money. So we fought hard about the money, but they never cleaned a single thing up. That freedom comes with responsibilities. The only current show in filming right now at Disney Plus is season two of Ahsoka, which is also rumored to be done after 2 seasons.
Hmm.
I've never
Thoughts?
heard of that show.
Nobody
Oh,
has.
it got.
You have
I
to
mean,
be a
people were
hardcore
bored
Star
with
Wars
it.
fan.
It didn't
So
look good at all.
the only second season production they have right now is one that nobody has heard of. I mean, that is pretty
Well,
bleak for this company.
here's the other interesting thing in this article. Uh the last iteration of like both the Marvel shows, which was Daredevil,
Right.
and Star Wars, which was Skeleton Crew, I believe, neither one of them, neither one of them were on the Nielsen. Whoops. I'm back, I think. Okay.
Yeah, you're
Neither
here.
one of them made the Nielsen ratings.
Right.
They were so bad that they couldn't even make the Nielsen ratings, which means that like this is very bad news.
You just had flop after flop after flop with Star Wars and with Disney with them. I mean, look
Right.
at that Agatha all along, which was just an
They
absolute.
renewed that because of one meme.
Oh,
the
because that
Agatha
meme
meme
went
on
viral.
Twitter?
Yeah.
The
Did it
meme
just
went
like
viral,
misread the situation? One meme does not seem like it's enough.
but that's what they do always do. That's why they thought She-Hulk was a huge hit. They're like,
This is
She-Hulk is
their
a huge hit
problem
because
when-
people are tweeting about it. This
Yeah,
is why
they-
they punished Gina Carano because people are tweeting about it. But those aren't real people.
Twitter isn't real life. And so
Yeah.
they think that it's promising seeing these memes go viral or a bunch of likes or, oh, I can't believe you bigots aren't supporting this because a black woman is the lead. So I'm going to be watching it. And it gets like 100,000 likes. So if they're just judging Twitter likes into thinking, oh, we're going to get good viewership on this. No, it doesn't work that way. Also hasn't been working for The Last of Us Part 2. Even
Oh,
though they're
that's
working
Crater
on
too.
another season with that, but it has been flopping as well. So all of these things that these woke ideologues keep pushing and trying to virtue signal with, they're flopping because they're not supporting the things that they're standing for, first of all. And secondly, I think a lot of people that do promote all of these crazy ideologies aren't as vast as it appears to be when you just look at likes on Twitter. There's really not as many of them. And a lot of them just don't practice what they preach anyway because they're not turning up and supporting these abominations.
It seems
Yeah.
like there's kind of a lot of dumb content decisions made. I mean, at a certain point, I mean, we know we talked about this a little earlier in the show, but like how much of it is just fatigue? I can't really like all of these things seem the same to me. None of them seem that groundbreaking. It's not surprising to me that they're like just throwing stuff at the wall and being like, "Oh, they're talking about it. We'll make it again." It doesn't seem like it's even about the audience. It's just about like, I don't know, money laundering or something.
Yeah, well, you're right about the fatigue. There was a famous meme from, is it Red Letter Media? Where it's like, just consume product and then get excited about next product.
Yeah.
We've finally reached the end of that, where people are just done with getting excited about the next product. This is pretty shocking. If they, obviously they're not broke because Disney owns them and they have infinite money. But I think what you're going to see is a major pullback from Disney focusing on original content and then just making money off their movies. The Disney Plus app actually has a lot of content on it.
It does. Yeah.
It has all the Simpsons. It has all the National Geographic stuff. It has all of the obviously Disney and Pixar movies. And these are the only places you can stream them. And I think they also have a lot of the Fox shows. I feel like they must have Married with Children then too. I can't be totally sure. But like they have a lot. It's just they thought, hey, let's capitalize, let's pump out a bunch of content, just like they did when they bought Star Wars, right? All of the penalties we're seeing now with streaming and with the Disney, Star Wars and Marvel. This was because of the plan they made 10 years ago,
right?
10 years ago during the lockdowns. When the lockdowns happened and Disney Plus exploded, they said, well, we're going to have a lot of content. And then it's like, as I always talk about, there is a massive difference between content and movies and shows. Like, content is just filler. I watched a documentary last night on the Gigolo killer or whatever, Geely killer or whatever his name is. The Gigolo Beach or whatever it's called.
Is it Gilgo Beach?
Gilgo Beach, yeah. Hey, don't have a melty D, all right?
Okay.
Everything is on slang. You got to get on with it.
Yeah. Oh, dang it. No, a mentee B. I thought I had it right.
I thought you were doing it on purpose.
No, I really thought I had it that time. But I mean, like, I would not pay for it. Like, it's just on. I was doing some editing for my remote control video game or remote control car channel. So I'm like, I never put on like slop. I try to put on something that either I'm interested in or is really entertaining. So when I'm like kill time watching TV, which is what a lot of people do, or just background noise, it's almost always a documentary of varying qualities. Like, I've seen so many of them. But if I'm going to watch TV, I wouldn't have watched that because it's not very good. I'd watch the Tylenol Murders, maybe. That was pretty good. But like, they just turn out all this slop, and their death knell was the fact that it cost them a fortune. Like, $300 million a season for Andor. Do you know how many new people you'd have to sign up to Disney Plus to wash that out?
For real.
And the problem is they're making content, not movies and TV. And so nobody's signing up for Disney Plus for Andor.
There's also way too many streaming services.
Yeah.
I think really for some of these, they're going to have to consolidate again. For some of these streaming services, they need, I mean, look at like Paramount Plus, for example. How much do they really have a ton of subscribers? I mean, at some point they're going to have to say, hey,
meld. Yeah.
Let's shut it down. HBO Max that keeps changing its name. Oh, it's HBO Max. Now it's Max. Now it's HBO Max again. Like,
I knew changing to Max was dumb. Because like nobody knew what Max was.
Exactly.
Like, it had. And
also,
then when
what was that rebrand gonna do for you? Like, you need to stay consistent and/or like sell to another company. If you change all the time,
right?
People are just gonna get frustrated with you.
And look what happened with Hulu. They merged with Disney Plus, so now you have like this Disney Plus Hulu package. We're gonna have this. I think what we do need to see is more consolidation like that, to where it's just like, oh, maybe Paramount needs to make a deal with Netflix and have their movies on there instead of having their whole streaming service, because I mean it's starting to get like cable
all
TV
Paramount
now.
has is what, South Park?
That's
it.
anything. Yeah.
It's very weird. But I think it's a quality issue. It's not. I mean, I still want to go see good movies. I still want good television programming. It's just there isn't any that I find worth paying for. It's not like signing up for American Family to watch all the Christmas movies and then forgetting not to sign up and then being pleasantly surprised that you're still subscribed because you like the Christmas movies.
Right.
Look, it was a great time for me.
Yeah. But there's just like, it's like MGM. What does MGM have? From? That's it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, how can that exist?
But that feels like what's happening with most of them. Like each one of them has one, and one sometimes it's like a lure. Like what is Peacock or whatever that one is?
Peacock has The Office.
They took The Office off of Netflix to be like, come over here, and then they're crossing your fingers that you're gonna get hooked on something else. Like if you're already paying for a platform, they are hoping that when you go to look for From, you'll open it and be like, oh yeah, they have this other one thing that I want. Or like if you have your Roku and you like search what you're looking for, you can end up getting like signed up for or all the apps because there's just like that one thing you really want to watch and it's just out of reach. I don't know that will last forever, but it seems to be the way they're scrambling to get loyalty or downloads right now. So they can go back to their shareholders and be like, no, we're relevant. People are using us. Look, they're tweeting about us. They're downloading our app.
I actually think the only person actually killing it right now in streaming is Apple. I hate to admit it, but Apple TV has a lot of good programs.
I didn't know that.
They have Severance. They have Silo. They had Ted Lasso, which was very popular. They have like 4 or 5 programs that are doing pretty good. They have some show with Jennifer Aniston, I think, where she's like a morning talk show host. There's a show on there that looked pretty good too with like, I think it was Ben Stiller, I think. Like they have, and like they're actually affordably priced. Netflix is just full of basically AI slop.
Netflix has hardly anything on it.
YouTube, Hulu is expensive and they put commercials and everything.
Right.
Netflix is slop. Paramount's good, okay, occasionally. Paramount pays for itself for me every once in a while when a new movie comes out, and I'm like, I can watch like Top Gun on Paramount.
Right.
I can watch Maverick, or I can watch there are actually a lot of movies on Paramount and old movies. Disney Plus is actually pretty good too. But I pay for like the cheapest level because I just don't care. Like occasionally my niece comes over, something wants to watch a Disney movie. Like I'm rewatching The Simpsons right now, but I could live without it. I'm already on season 8, so I know it's basically all downhill from here.
You're using it because you have access to it, though.
Yeah, I'd be fine without.
I really want to watch this.
Yeah, exactly.
I just think that's. I mean, maybe I'm wrong because I'm not like the most dedicated consumer of new movies and stuff like that. But I think there is just a apathy. It seems like whether it's the audience or it's the writer's room. And maybe it's because the writer's rooms for all of these places got so woke for a while. They were just like cranking out essentially the same storylines and changing, the people, or now it's animated and now it's live action or whatever. But there just seems to be a lack of creativity. I mean, you and I have talked about From, which I think is such an interesting show, but you're engaged with it. You want to watch it. It's not something you're putting on in the background, I think so much of what's on Netflix, especially the Netflix originals or stuff that's on Hulu or whatever the streaming service is, you put on, and it's not the kind of thing that if you like walked out of the room, you'd be like, oh, I missed a key part. I'm going to rewind. You just let it play from what I observe about the way people watch TV right now.
Yeah. I mean, I'd agree with that. I just don't find like any, I don't think that there's a lot to get excited about, anymore in terms of television anywhere. It's very, very weird.
I agree.